So when we left off on the Outer Worlds, we were going to pay the vicar a visit and give him this book that he was looking for. And then we were going to go back to the town and see if we could reroute the power after convincing them to join back up with Edgewater. Again, something that I'm conflicted about. I really don't want to do it. Anyway, I'm Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin. Let's continue the Outer Worlds. All right, time to pay the vicar.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Yeah, I got your book, homie.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Amazing.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good.
Well, what is the greater good to you?
Searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers.
What?
I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
I mean, can't you find someone who speaks French? Like...
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aether Wave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Huh.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back.
So you're a fighting priest?
I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
What kind of priest is this?
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order, and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holden. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Wow. Okay, so that is really bizarre. We have a vicar who obviously he's got to have some shady dealings, honestly. Like, that is just amazing that he would that he would actually want this map for, like, whatever reason. Like, that is, or this manual, like, that is so crazy. And then he doesn't speak French, and he made this big deal like it was the end of the world to him. So there's got to be something more involved in that book or in that manual. There has to be something. I really need to figure this out, because that is wild. I've never seen, he's got to have some kind of shady past. Real shady. And that's what makes that interesting. That's pretty cool. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. Love to see what's happening now. All right, so now what we have to do is we got to go back to that other town, and man, I don't want to get them to leave. I really don't. You know, like, they worked so hard. I feel like this is their home. They earned it. They don't want to go back to this whole thing here with this crew, this Edgewater. I kind of feel like some of them will leave. Some of them will definitely leave. They'll go again. They'll become some kind of marauders or something like that. That's what I can see. I can see that happening. Because this is like so wild. Alright, let's see. Let me try to convince them now. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reroute this power. Or maybe I reroute the power and then convince them.
Anything else I can do for you? I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what am I?
My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life. If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to.
What other choice do I have? I can't...
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
I really don't want it to come to that. Come on.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
Jeez, man. This is a really tough decision because I do not want to cut this power. Oh, maybe I could kill Reed? That would solve everything. It would. Man. All right, you know what? Let's try to talk to Reed and see what happens there. That's the Edgewater landing plant. Let's go back to Edgewater. Let's see if we could talk some sense into Reed, maybe. Maybe if we discuss it with Reed, he'll leave us alone. He'll leave them alone. He'll let them stay or whatever. Or maybe I could just kill Reed. I don't know. And let Adelaide actually... Because I really don't like Reed. He's such a scumbag. He really is. He's garbage. He really just seems like that kind of like over-controlling guy. You know, that one dude that really just wants everybody to follow his lead, to follow his rule. And I don't feel that it's a good fit for this town. Especially if he's doing stuff like he's doing. If he's ruling the way he does, I mean, that does become a problem. That becomes a huge problem. Especially if people aren't going to want to work from there, aren't going to want to get along with him. That just becomes problematic. Nah, this is the actual Saltuna place. Screw it. We're gonna have to cut this power. We're gonna have to cut this power. And after we cut this power, we're gonna have to... we're gonna have to convince those people to, like, come and live here. Even though they don't want to. What's up, girl?
Yeah, huh? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law.
Uh-huh.
Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Oh, I can see your point.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
It's a corporate guard.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Go ahead.
Let's see, what makes you think I convinced those deserters to come back?
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up. Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile.
That's the
Problems of
treatment
body
plan?
are problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies the body.
No.
And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself.
Yeah, but, I mean, what about Adelaide?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
But how could they have a plague and not really...
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end.
There's gotta be something else.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
Well, that's really crappy.
Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most.
Huh.
Go ahead. It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post. I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Well, it's true.
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town,
Uh-huh.
here's what I see.
What?
I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We
No.
are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
I see people that are fearful.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, man. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
I don't see it.
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change. People change. But the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice We'll always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Mm,
Go ahead.
I don't believe that.
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
I don't see it.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only
I didn't get points for that.
When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. Go ahead.
There has to be a way that...
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Okay.
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
What?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environments. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
This dude is crazy.
Go ahead.
I think that's it. I think that's all we have going on here.
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Huh.
I must. The burden of leadership is responsibility. If my workers walked out on Edgewater, then I have failed them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is...
Yeah, you said that.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah, that doesn't work out. This is like kind of crazy. All right, so I'm gonna have to go, and I'm gonna have to see if I could convince her to get out of that town. What a pain. All right, let's get over there. So here we are. We're back at the botanical lab. And we're gonna try to talk to Adelaide, see if we can't convince her. If not, we're just gonna have to do what we gotta do, and then we'll see if we could do whatever. Let's see.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must
I would
remember
really rather see her safely
in
at the
discovering
town,
herself.
or maybe they could work something out. I'm hoping.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2.
It's kind of weird
By
that
the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? You ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
let's see. Okay, no, for some reason we're re-speaking whatever nonsense. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to shut this thing down, and then after we shut it down, maybe come back and let her know that, you know, like, it's not ideal. It's not what I wanted to do, but I was kind of left with no choice because I really am not. In all honesty, I'm really not. I would love to just have them all be safe and everything, but like for some reason, like we can't get that result, and it's aggravating. It is so aggravating. Like you don't know what it's like. Like I really do want to do the right thing. I really do. I want the right thing done. I want, like everybody safe, and for some reason we can't get that done. I don't know why. All right, gonna have to go back into the plant here. All the robots should be like terminated. We'll get our thing and we'll get off this rock and we'll see what happens after that. And hopefully, like we do something, something of value. So crazy. So crazy. I really would have preferred that, like we save everybody. It's one of those things, we can't save everybody, but Ugh, let's see what we got here. So now we have to travel. We got to get that one last key, or flip that one last switch, and once we do that, it's pretty much Armageddon. Looks like Baby Yoda. Wow, 60 points for that kill. And I had nothing on it. Oh, Bard. We gotta go the long way. Come on, Parvati. Let's go the long way, girl. Does this guy have anything on him? Nope. Yeah, all the robots seem to have gone rogue. Everything went rogue. I destroyed all the robots, and whatever robots I didn't destroy obviously were reprogrammed, so except for this one. That's one of the good ones. That's the one that we helped originally. What is this, a bathroom? Why am I in a bathroom? Control armor. Is anything of value anywhere here? Yep. So funny how many times you could go somewhere and like really not even freaking fully explore whatever you were exploring. So let's see, we have to go up. Oh, this thing is still barred. Oh wait, okay, so this is where I came from. Wait, can I open this thing? Oh no, I don't want to modify the robot's behavior. We'll let them kill each other. Yeah, that's the bathroom again. Is this a switch? No, that turns it off. Yep, that's what we needed. We needed to turn it off. We need to turn off all these switches. Oh, which really stinks. Yeah, I gotta get back in there, and for some reason that thing is barred, so... Let's go this way. That was one of the switches. I think we have to actually go this way. Follow this path somehow. And we'll get over there. Little robot dude is just chilling there. Oh, I think this is it. Here we go. Yep, this is it. Oh, why did I do that? I ran right through the blaze instead of coming up the stairs. What's wrong with me? Just looking to mess up these people's day and leave. That's what I'm doing. Alright, let's get to the top here. All the way up and down and around. I just unlocked the bard thing. Alright, so that should leave me out once I'm done here. And here it is, their final thing. Comes now the power, goes now the power. Now it's gone. Now I gotta get out and see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm
So
sorry.
do I.
That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I don't want to punish them.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Well,
Well, it sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
alright, so that's what we're going with? Is that what we're going with?
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
No, I totally see your point, girl.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Well, you do have some value, girl. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
talk to her at
well-
all past that. No. Alright, well, she's going for it. I guess that's what we do. I guess we redirect the power. Oh, we made our choice. Hopefully everybody goes back. Hopefully everybody goes back to the town and they all work together. Instead of being so divided and divisive. Ah, yes, there we go. I could convince the deserters to return. Or I could try. I could make the attempt. Well, first we got to get out of here. I'm on fire again. Nope, guess not. Well, where is the escape? That's what I'm looking for. Actually, let's look at the quests again. Comes now the power. Convince the deserters. Okay, we could do this. We could convince them. We convince them that they're all good people. They all deserve safety, man, and safety in numbers. And they're all going to be safe once they get back to the town. Maybe they could lay down some ground rules, though. If they lay down some ground rules, they'll be able to, better assert themselves, I think. Be able to, like, really say, hey, look, we don't want this to happen. This is what's got to happen from now on if we're all going to work together. So let's see what happens. Hopefully that's what goes down. Because I really did not want to do that. I really did not. Like, to me, that was kind of like messed up. That was pretty cheesy. I really felt like there was an option where like I could just work with everybody and I guess deal with them in their own way, but for some reason couldn't do it. Well, let's see what happens now. Let's get back to the town. We'll warp there and we'll try to convince them that this is the best solution for them. I would hope. I would hope. I'm praying here. Okay. Go talk to Adelaide. Oh, they've got no power. Look at this.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
I didn't want to do it.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Well, she makes it sound like a cult now.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
What?
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Okay, you are kind of...
If I were in a better mood, I might be inclined to try and change your mind. Look at that. The snake's come back.
Oh, don't be like that. I guess I can't talk to her until, well, now I gotta talk to these people and convince them all. This is gonna be crazy.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. Guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
No, I'm literally
Sorry,
trying to
I
get my
just
ship
wasn't
off the
sure
ground.
if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get.
There you go,
Set my
engineering
mind to learning
used.
the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No
I
kidding?
actually do.
Really? Well, which one? The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Oh yeah, what you got for me?
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't do that again.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Huh.
Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything Edgewater stands for, hates what that town does to people, what it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart. You know where to find me.
Well, now let's see if this will work. Okay. So they obviously are not going to leave unless this guy leaves, so I'm going to have to talk him into leaving. And hopefully he accepts that. Hopefully he wants to leave as bad as they want him to leave. Spectrum vodka, a glass for every glass. Nice. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can work out. Hopefully we've got this going. That's what I want to see. I want to see productivity here. Productivity. Hopefully it's okay. I mean, I feel really bad for these people. Like, I didn't want to, like, shut that off for them. But at the same time, like, I didn't want, you know... I gotta get this ship off the ground. It's never gonna get off the ground if, like, I can't talk some sense into this fool. We'll see what happens now. I mean, I don't want to kill him either, you know, like, maybe I could just talk him into leaving. That would be nice. Okay, let's talk, Reed. I don't want to have a fight with you guys.
Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at
Yep, she won't come back, bro.
Over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. but I have done my best for this town.
Well, nobody really likes you, dude.
I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
No.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna Academy. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
Well, maybe it's time for you to go. There we go.
Understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague,
Nice.
then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way.
Thank you. Okay.
My fear is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Oh.
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any.
Why
No
not?
such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the
Oh,
walls.
come on.
Put in for early retirement. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
No, it really hasn't. I'm not going to tell him he doesn't have to do this, because, I mean, her people in her way, what she's got going on is actually much more better than what they've got going
I
on.
think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they don't care much for me. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around.
Yeah, maybe he wants to fix a relationship with you.
Like a puppy, kinda. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, you should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Oh, my perception isn't high enough for that. I'll have to talk to her at some point. Alright, let's get back to Adelaide. Wait, what do we got here? Now comes the power. Return to Adelaide, yep. Okay. Oh, wait. What's going on with the codex? Never mind. Alright, Adelaide. Oh, we gotta leave the town first. Then we could go find Adelaide. Then we could warp over there. Then we could warp back and see what's going on with the town. Halcyon Helen, huh? Spencer Woolwork as Chief of the Savages. Featuring real monsters from the doomed world. Nice. Terror on Monarch. I like how they do this 1950s style. 1960s. It's actually pretty cool. Very reminiscent of Fallout, but, you know, still, it's kind of different. It works. I like it. All right, let's warp over to Adelaide quickly. I wish there was like an easier way to read these maps, honestly. Wait, there's hostels near. There's no hostels. What, the little womp rat things? The little Baby Yoda looking things? What the heck are they talking about? Why are there hostiles near? What's going on? People gonna attack out of nowhere? Need some sort of fertilizer. So maybe we're making her some fertilizer. In your face. Come on, girl, where are you at?
Everyone all right?
Jeez. I thought I killed all these guys. Maybe there's more marauders here and there. Alright, so now there should be no more. Alright, now let's teleport over there. My goodness. Well, we'll see what the effects of my decisions have made. What I get. Are we going to be happy? Or are we going to have problems? Is this going to be psychotic? Is this going to be a bigger mess than it was?
One of us want to go see what happened?
Alright, here we go, Adelaide. You got what you want.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Oh, yeah?
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Skin Point?
Oh,
Suppose it's
yeah?
time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
A ransom?
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted.
Yeah.
I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies.
Oh, leave the bodies
Time
alone.
to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
That's just nasty. Alright, well, level 7. And I got a power regulator, which helps me out. And let's see, everybody else is going to be cool?
Keep your wits
I
about you,
know,
friend.
I'm trying to think.
Adelaide's okay. Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Still looking for manuals, huh?
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time?
Nah.
I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in Edgewater. His family. If she's going back, so are we. What's on your mind? A couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family.
Okay.
Think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all
That's a
left
good
the
question.
country
What
for
were you
one
doing out
reason
there?
or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
He's tripping over his own tongue, this guy. Alright. So that's all the time we have now. Next time we're going to go check out what's going on with Adelaide. Maybe we'll see if we find some more of these manuals laying around. You know, we'll use the power of regular. We'll see if we can get out of here. Other than that, I hope you did enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. As always, thank you for watching.